With temperature, my name is Josie. What's going on? It's the Heartbeat of Lagos, the Bnxn 99.9 FM, 9:20 on a fantastic Thursday actually. I know. Yeah. So just one more day, and we're into the weekend right now. All right. So we have a very special guest in the building right now, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Buju. How you doing, my man?
Outside now.
We outside. Buju, FKA, Bnxn.
Yeah. I think the last time that you came here was when Doing Nice was everywhere, and you came and you had this long conversation, on the midday show with Nadine back in the day, and everything. And in 2 years, it's like your entire trajectory has changed. And one thing that stood out about you is the quality of your talent and how you've been consistent with, putting out hits after hits right now. So, dog, whenever you have a song, just put you on here right now. I'm just like record labels will be like, sign your artist next thing, sir. Buju feature. So, how you doing, man?
I'm sweet, man. Yeah. I'm just enjoying the buzz. Like, I woke up great this morning because the project dropped and it's doing so amazing.
I know.
It's amazing, really.
Yeah. It's
amazing to see how far the music has actually spread, even beyond borders that I only used to read about or hear about on TV. And I'm just really enjoying the moment and working harder for the next one.
And since 97, you were born in 1997, right?
Yeah, I was born in 1997.
To be honest. It's amazing to see how young, this new generation of artists are and how well they're actually just pushing the envelope. Because when I was growing up, I'm still growing up though, but when I, was a young guy and, listening to music, the artists then were in late 20s, early 30s. But now you're having like 19, 18-year-olds, 16-year-olds just doing crazy stuff. So I tell people right now that, this whole Afrobeats to the world movement right now is crazy. But imagine what it to be like 5 years from now. Absolutely. With the amount of talent that we have, abound in everything. So I just want to say big ups to you right now. So back since 97, just take us through the process of putting this album together.
I wanted to, I compared it between, the last project I dropped, Sorry I'm Late, and this one. And the thing was, I really wanted to make something that was going to outplay the last one. Because I was satisfied about it, but I had my reservation. Starting off the project, I decided that, for this project, I'm going to work with Dro. Now, Dro is the one that mixes and masters Wizkid's Made in Lagos project. And based on how Mood sounded, I was like, how did I sound like that? You feel me? So I needed to tap into that quality of sound because we were talking and he was like, bro, I need your next project to make you sound like a star.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it was very intentional, down to the songwriting, down to the recording, because there were some songs that I recorded. I remember recording like Lose Emotion in like 4 cities.
Oh wow!
Like Abuja, Lagos, Paris, and Amsterdam. Finally,
interesting.
I think I got the initial like vibration in Abuja, and then like I came back to Lagos because I recorded it in Abuja and it wasn't sounding right. I came back to Lagos and I re-recorded it. When I sent it to Dro said it wasn't sounding right.
Okay, so he let you know. He let you know.
So he let me know. And apparently I tried to record it again in LA, sorry, not Paris. I tried to record it again in LA and it worked, but I still had some reservations. So while I was on tour in Amsterdam, I recorded
the entire thing.
Yeah. Okay. Because there were tons of, I was trying to make sure it was perfect.
Right.
Sometimes what might seem perfect to you, the imperfections might just be the beauty.
Yeah.
You feel me? Sometimes it's not everything that has to go a certain pattern.
Right.
So I'm always open to new things, but I always make sure my work is
I can never achieve like a perfect mix. No matter how many times you try.
To be honest,
it will always because I had an artist do something for Beats FM, and when I was listening to it, and I'm like, why is it that the unmixed version sounds better than?
Way better.
And I'm just like,
with saying that, I feel like mixing is almost like producing. Different artists and different people that know how to mix and producers bring out different elements of one another. So it may not be like a perfect mix, but there's like a superior mix, one that just sounds.
You
can tell. So Bad Since 97, it's a 7-track EP. You featured Wande Cole and Olamide as the king of features. I'm talking about you hop on everybody.
There's Wizkid as well.
There's Wizkid. I have Wizkid. My bad. Can't forget Machala. But as the king of features, you hop on everybody's song and you add a little bit of spice, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of everything. What made you decide to collaborate with only Wande Cole, Olamide, and Wizkid? Because I'm sure you had your pick of the litter.
Like I said, everything was very intentional. But some things also happened, like, you know, by its own self.
Yeah.
I'll probably start with Olamide because that was the first feature.
Okay.
On the project. So, on this random day, like, Pokoli calls me. Mind you, Pokoli is like the A&R that nobody really knows.
I know. Yeah. I'm not sure Pokoli pays rent in his house. He's always outside.
I mean, he calls me a random weekend, like, he's like, oh, yo, but I don't want to see you. I'm like, really? And so I just obliged and I tried to meet him where he asked me to. And so I pulled up. Fortunately, that was the same day as we met Olamide. Now, it was like, portable, you know, we're also portable.
Sure.
Olamide and I were supposed to work, but we couldn't work based on the theatrics as portable, because it was amazing, because it was just mind-blowing to see.
That in action.
Yeah, you feel me? And that was the first time they got to record their song together. But yeah, meeting Olamide changed my perspective of how I like viewed him, because I've always loved him since like JS1, you know, since days of Eniduro and Ilefo Illuminati and all that Rhapsody and all. But he started asking me questions like that pertain to like my career and like life, like real peace. So I saw him in a whole different light, like you feel me? So, and subsequently, like, we were exchanging ideas, we exchanged numbers and whatnot. So we're always sending each other like stuff back and forth. You feel me? So on the said day that I actually had Modupe, my manager, Tomo, was like, yo, I think you should send Olamide Modupe. So in my mind, I'm like, yo, this is kind of slow. It's laid back. You feel me? That's like bringing like the Olamide back from back then. You feel me?
Yeah.
And even when I sent Olamide the song, like, he texted me, he's like, I've stopped doing this type of vibes. You feel me? But if it's what you want for your project, I'll do it for you. And I told him, my boss, like, trust me, this is what I need. Because, like, I felt like I needed something that was going to stand out, like, on a level whereby you feel like, yes, when you hear it, you know that Olamide reached his pockets for this one. You feel me? So it's like, when he sent that verse back, I just knew that this was it. You feel me?
Because he just came out.
It was mind blowing.
Yeah, I've had an opportunity to, you know, meet with you, talk with you a couple of times, and owing largely to the fact that you're kind of young or anything. I think you're largely misunderstood. I think you're very intelligent for how old you are, and also the fact that I think a lot of older people or OGs in the industry tend not to give a lot of, you know, wiggle room for young cats coming in, because the industry is very brutal, and we are forcing kids to actually just grow up. You know, people that maybe are just finishing uni, trying to get their lives together. You're dealing with contracts, you're dealing with touring, you're dealing with all that amount of money that you're seeing for the first time, you know, and all of that. So I think you come from a lot of people who always want to misunderstand you, looking at you know, the few controversies you've been in.
It happens a lot. Like, it's like I've gotten used to the fact that, you know, views could be myopic too, because I've also had my stage of feeling like that. You know? Sometimes, like, before I was making music, I had a certain feel about like certain like music people made. I was a poor listener. So I loved Burna Boy.
Right.
Mainly, like, if you weren't literally giving me lyrics or storytelling, I wouldn't rate you as much. Because Burna Boy was the only person doing that for me at the time. So it's like, I got into the music industry and I see it's not as easy as you think it is. And sometimes the easier way out, the easier route is always better. You know, if you can drop the melodies that hit on a crazy beat, you got it. You feel me? And that's good. You feel me? But some of us like to take the longer route. You feel me? The stressful route, the writing route, the
saying something that makes sense with a good melody and a dope beat.
Let's do the whole work. You feel me? That's exactly where I'm coming from now, because now I'm in the industry and I see how it is, and this is how exactly I want to run it. But largely, why I always say, I think the OGs kind of embrace me or actually put me in that circle is because I take it from a standpoint of maybe Kiss Daniel. So when I met Kiss Daniel told me like I'm like the bridge. It's like there's the younger generation and there's this OG generation of people that feel like they really matter in the industry, really. So I'm that bridge that sort of brings that young sound and the older one together, and it makes you feel.
Honestly, yeah. We're literally like smack down in the middle, connecting, the new gen with music and the older gen. So how does it feel then, being in your position right now? Obviously, OC mentioned in the past 2 years, you just skyrocketed and taken over.
I just try.
You are doing more than that. But how does it feel when it seems like, and I'm not going to name any names because that's not what this interview is about, but when it seems like your peers are like taking shots at you, how does that make
people,
you
and let me just piggyback off that, and people want to actually whistle down the quality of your talent to the fact that you're just a feature guy.
It's never actually occurred to me as something that actually holds water, because it's like, growing up, like, I've seen people make their biggest records and the most of their money off of feature records.
God bless you, Migos.
That's one.
Quavo actually.
Like, that's on one side.
Yeah.
On the other side, like, I actually do see the numbers. Now, let's use this statistic as an example.
Okay.
I have like 200 million streams on Spotify.
Okay.
If you actually put all the features together, it's about 100 million.
Yeah.
So that means like a proper 100 million is actually listening to just me.
Yeah.
Which is a great proportion. People always get things very twisted. To me, if I walk into a studio and there's just the beat playing and you do not have any idea on this beat and I drop an idea, I own the song even if you drop it. It's just how it is, really, because that is a build. Like, literally, I'm the person that literally did the foundation for the record, and then like it goes up. You feel me? So that is exactly how features work. But sometimes you look at the value of the marketing. Like, now he's a bigger artist. Yeah, he would have more marketing power. Yeah, so give him the song.
So give him the record.
I'm just way smarter than it's just.
I know.
Play smarter, not harder.
So when you first came out, I think when I started really paying attention to your music was on Do Me Nice. And when I heard, I was like, okay, because before Do Me Nice, you dropped a couple songs, but Do Me Nice was different because first of all, the quality of the artistry that Show Them Camp brings to a record, and how you actually just rode on that song. I was like, okay, this kid's gonna be here for a while. And we saw the co-sign with Burna Boy. Then after a while, that didn't quite. I don't know what happened with that, as well. Yeah. Then I like the fact that I still all love between you guys and everything.
I love him, man. That's my OG.
So right now, are you currently signed to a label, or are you like an indie artist?
Well, I am an indie. Yeah. I have a distro deal with Empire.
Okay.
In the States, and so I actually run my label now with my team, my management, 2 Years Entertainment. Okay. And so like it's been going amazing because like I've made more money. We've gone borders, like. Way more than we actually thought we could. Yeah,
that's awesome. I am a huge fan, and I'm so happy that I see you on the world stage doing what you've been doing.
You so much.
But with all the superstardom, on a real note, how are you? How is your mental health? Like, how are you doing?
I'm super great. Like I feel like at this point I'm really ready to work on the project. I'm looking forward to like the future. More of everything because like. As much as, it all seems like everything is great. On some days, like, some days you have to just sit back and just chill, recalculate, reevaluate and all that. But on a general basis, I'm great because, like, I'm happy with where I am.
There's always a vibe, sitting down, chopping it up with you. And just, I'm so impressed with where your mind is at for a very young guy. Yeah, so it means, you have your head screwed on right and, and you're going to be here for a while. Was there any songs that didn't quite make the? I'm sure you record every time.
You said something. You said something with collaborations. You're like, things happen. And I read into that and I realized that there's probably collaborations that didn't quite make the album.
There's a few, you feel me? Maybe because of delay on actually getting to record it or with Clarence, but like there were a couple, but to be honest, I'm looking forward to that for the album.
For the album, okay. So the album's going to be like next year, right?
Yeah, man. Okay. Like I don't want to waste too much time, but I want to take time in recording it. You feel me? Like structuring and making sure like it's a proper body of work because like I need that Grammy, man.
I know. So, just before we play these songs, off the album right now, I just want you to understand that fans consistently, people who do not quite understand how crazy it is, being an artist or being in the industry, would say a lot of stuff, and I would say ignore, and it's hard. We're human beings, like you see stuff and you want to say something, but what I would just say is just focus on what's important: the music, the people that love you, the people that love to listen to your music, and just keep it moving, man. Because when people know that they can take shots, and Buju might say something, they keep doing it. And then people now start to focus more on, what Buju is saying, what Buju is tweeting about, rather than the quality of the music that you're putting out. So I'd just rather say, let them keep talking.
Above.
Just keep putting out the hits and everything. Yeah, I know. Then big shout out going out on the NFTs that you're doing. The metaverse thing. I was there last night. It was really crazy. It was really, you're in touch with everything that's going on. So I just say it's a great time to be, for me as a radio presenter, being when I started, looking at, what artistry was, where it is right now. So it's like, I'm like seeing the entire shift consistently just move up and down. And it's great to have cats like you, leading the fore of what we need to look into as regards tech, as regards, fan engagement and, everything that has to do with taking the music just beyond DSPs and the radio and all of that. No problem. So I'm about to play In My Mind right now. So who produced this one?
This was produced by Blaze Beats.
Okay.
Oba. A lot of people, he has produced hits on hits. Like, a lot of people don't just know him.
Yeah,
but trust me, like, I feel like every time I link up with him, he always makes me, tap into like a deeper part of me.
He's the
like
Timberland to your Missy Elliott.
To be honest, in some sense. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, cause I recorded Outside with Blaze, recorded like Testimony and In My Mind and a couple other songs, and trust me, thing is, he always makes me.
Yes, I know the producers like that. That's stuff. It was like the days of the E. Kellys is like Jesus
Lyric
Christ.
is still like that.
Yeah, what's this? Shizzy and David.
Trust.
I say this every time that David makes his best music when it links with Shizzy. Yeah, when you look at it, like that, Dami Duro. When you look at all the big songs in David, it's Shizzy.
Right in the middle.
Yeah, so there are producers and artists that just know how to just come together and make magic. 9:39. My name is Josie. Thank you so much, Buju, for stopping